What is up, YouTube? Today we're back with the Artifact Custom Summon tier list, as you guys saw in the hero one just previously. If you came from there, thanks for coming to the next one. We're going to jump straight into it again. No milking, just info that you're going to need. And like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. First one, Guiding Light. Self-explanatory. It's best in slot for all rangers, right? No brainer. Seductive Flower, best in slot for Blooming Litica, as we saw in the Hero Custom Summon tier list. Renewed Will, mandatory if you're going to be playing Briar Witch Iseria Cleave, where you basically have top speed by Iseria, and then your S3, you push the rest of your team. Absolutely mandatory. Or even like Celeste, if you're speed racing. Star of the Deep Sea, mandatory for Caesarea. She can't use any other artifact. Elegai Candle, mandatory for Cleave Monk, so that you can like stick the D-breaks, bind them, seal, all that fun stuff. High priority PvP is going to be Sacred Scythe. It's going to be Biz for bruisers. So things like Fire Ravi, things like Wukong, any warriors that need kind of like that help for it's like self-sustaining and kind of like 1v9ing some matches. Very, very good. Even like Emma Huayang right now, right, as an anti-cleave unit, like Sacred Scythe is just mandatory on so many different warriors. So definitely pick them up if you're more of like a turn 2, maybe even like aggro player. Sacred Scythe is super, super good if you need it. Elbrus is it is best in slot on counter knights. However, the Mort buff kind of fucked that over, right? So Elbrus is not as high priority as before, but still good nonetheless. Like we're seeing Elbrus kind of come back for turn 2 for Candy for buff stacking as well. So if you're a turn 2 player, you could consider picking up Elbrus if it's not maxed to increase your chances of Elbrusing. But if you're missing some of the other artifacts that are limited, I definitely think you should go for those since this is not a limited one. Soul Constellation is best in slot for Soul Weavers for CR cut. Like I mentioned before in the hero video, like things like DN, Sinful Angelica, DJB, right? These Soul Weavers that can cut ahead and then boost the rest of your team up is a very good artifact. It's best in slot. Like aside from Guardian Ice Crystal, like this is probably one of the best artifact you can put on a Soul Weaver. So very, very high priority and it's limited. Prayer of Solitude is very good for any bruisers that kind of don't really need that sustain because they're so tanky. Things like Alencia. If you are a Guild War player, this is like absolutely mandatory. Like you should have a plus 30 Prayer of Solitude for Dark Corvus if he ever comes back to the meta. Hopefully not. Rise of a Monarch is best in slot for Emil Ilanav, nothing special. Bastion Perlucia stonks are pretty high now because Emil Lua is really good, so you can buff stack with Emil Lua. You can buff stack with Tori to keep the buffs on. You can just buff stack in general, even with like Seafan Hippolytus. Like any ranger that's on Guiding Light is really good with this Bastion Perlucia artifact. So if you're missing a copy, pick them up. But again, it's not limited, so spend at your own discretion. Holy Sacrifice, mandatory. If you're a competitive Guild War player and you're using a 27 artifact Holy Sac on Yulha and you lose and you say RNG loss, literally find a bridge.
What did he say?
And sing a song. Because honestly, you deserve to be happy. GG. Shepherd of the Hollow, good for BBK but not mandatory. You can play like Alexa Basket if you want to. It's probably fine. Secret Art Storm Sword, best in slot for Celine. Celine cannot function without Secret Art Storm Sword, so it's absolute best in slot. Fairy Tale for a Nightmare is, it's limited, which is good option for the value, but it's really only good for like Harsetti and like Solitaria, so it's not super, super good. Lower priority PvPs like Draco Blade, Champion Trophy, old Gardening Shears with Biblis. Wall of Order is really good for Operator Sigrid. Mature Sunglasses, like for Knights, it's like Draco Blade for Knights, right? Not very good. Maybe Mort. And then Hosted the Banquets for if you're an ER gamer, then you could. But these are a bit lower priority because the units that use them don't really see that much play in this day and age. So I put them on the lower priority list. For high priority PvE, it's Rainguard Special Drink, SSB, Wyvern 13, one shot, Wyvern 13 clears, just progressing your account, mandatory, right? Bloodstone is best in slot for any PvE content for Rangers, whether that's in Nightmare Raid, whether that's in Expedition, just best in slot, right? If you put it on Landy, it's just turbo healing your whole team, right? And it's also good for Dagger Sakar, because if you don't have Bloodstone for Dagger Sakar, you're probably not going to be able to get like the powder and stuff for the reputation. Song of Stars, very good for PvE, mainly it's for like Furious maybe, or just some one-shots with like, maybe like you have like Elfelt or something. It could be okay, right? But it's very, I would say it's kind of niche, but it's good if you need it. And Fading Memories, ass. Forget about it. That's basically it. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm not wasting any of your guys' time, so like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Take care. Bye!